Yeah. Yeah. So when
holiday start next week.
Oh, next week. All right. Okay. Let me open your work and then we can actually start. Okay, so you have finished only one assignment. Okay, you don't want to do more than that. I'm fine with that. Okay, let me share my screen. Hold on, Oh, looks like you still like to do it on paper, which I'm fine. All right. Okay, good. Can you see your homework? Okay, so I'm not supposed to look at the question 1, right? Because it says what are some examples of prime numbers? We have talked about this last time. Am I right? Or this is one of the questions. Let me see. Is this one of the question? Question 1. I'm supposed to go to my sharing folder.
Question 1 is one of the questions.
Oh, okay. So basically, I repeat the questions then. Never mind. And then home should be homework 3, right? Let me take a look at the homework. Yeah. I'm not sharing the homework PDF. I'm just sharing the. No, cannot be. This is homework 3, right? The question 1 is challenge 1. Or you did it in another order?
Is the one on the numbers and the algebra. And the first question is, what are some examples of prime numbers?
Okay, but no. Okay, by the way, you are supposed to do this homework 3. Okay, if you look at my homework 3 here, the first question will be prime factorization with those 2. Can you see my homework 3? Which homework you are doing actually?
I did the one on the negative number, the one on the number and algebra, and
no,
the one on the.
You answer my question. Homework 1 or homework what? I mean, which one you're doing? There is homework 0.
Homework 3.
Homework 3. Okay, good. This is homework 3. This is homework 3. Yeah. So over here, I don't see a question on some examples of prime numbers. Nowhere I can see.
Wait, let me see.
I mean, this is the one now. Homework 3. Hey, it's here.
It's the.
Why do we need to learn HCF and LCM? This is okay. I'm not supposed to look at that page, or okay, I'm supposed to look at here, right? That means you have sent me more than you need to. I mean, I'm supposed to look at this from here onwards. Am I right? Challenge A.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I don't need to look at all this. Okay, this is work from last time. But over here, I'm surprised to see more questions to revise. Meaning what?
What?
Well, I mean, I look at this, more questions to revise, meaning you're asking for more questions to do, or?
No, this is just I put under this section.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so let's start from here. It says challenge A. It says a product of 3 different prime numbers. Product of 3. So basically, if they times together.
I found it. I found where I got it from. Is the 2021 S1 homework 0 sec 1 T1 to C1.3 PDF.
Okay, hold on. Do you know how you should look at this? Do you know how you should look at the sharing folder or not?
How?
Very simple. I thought you should be able to see. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is the sharing folder. So how you look at it is homework 0, homework 1, and then homework 1 you can see that over here is JX. So JX means from using no, JX. Okay, JX I think is from Nancy, and then homework 1A means homework 1, and if you want to do more than homework 1, you can do homework 1A. Okay, homework 2, and then homework 3. So you should be at homework 3. Homework 0, this is our first lesson. And some more, you can look at the date. Okay, it's 25th October. Okay, you're not supposed to do the one. You understand me or not? So progressively, you should be doing homework 4, homework 5 in the future. That's how you
Teacher,
read.
do you know that my one is organized by
It doesn't
my
matter. It doesn't matter how you organize. You need to look at the title. Okay.
okay, so then
So you don't know how you don't know how to read.
No.
Okay.
So then I just look at. Wait, but my one over here, it says it's added at 8 November 2021.
Okay, fine. November. No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. All you need to focus on is this one. Okay.
Okay.
Homework 0, homework 1, homework 1, 1A, 2, 3. So going forward. So let's say if I have something extra for you after today's lesson, I'm going to call it either 3A or homework 4. Does it make sense? Okay. So that's how you read the names I have given to the homework. All right. Okay. Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. So in fact, next time, if this is for files organization, so next time if you want to name your files, you can also name it this way. All right, so that you know that, oh, homework 1 is our early part of our lessons. So progressively you are going to do homework 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, additional homework can be called 4A, 4B, 4C, and then that's how you read. Okay, so you should be looking at this homework 3 this time round. Okay, so with homework 3, then challenge A, product of 3 different prime numbers less than 100. So basically you have to figure it out. So what you need to do is, okay, always remember the first, you can actually write down the first few prime numbers first. The lowest is 2, and then 3, and then 5, and then 7, and then 9. 9 is not yet. So, and then 11, and then of course 13. All right, and then what you can do is you just figure like out of all these numbers, and then you just multiply 3 of them together, and you should be able to get less than 100. And those are the possibilities. So I look at this. 30 is the one. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Anything more than this? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah. So in fact, I'm just telling you there are more than one right answer here. Okay. So there are 4 possibilities. Okay. Yeah, that's how you get this. In fact, hello, you have turned off your camera. Actually, in order not to miss out, right? In fact, your way of doing things is not so good because you might miss out one of them. So the way not to miss out is you write the 2 times 3 times 5. So basically from small to large. From small to large. Okay. And then after that, you test 2 times 3 times 7. And then of course you go ahead and test 2 times 3 times 11. Okay. So without changing the first and the second prime number, you keep changing the third one. Okay. Understand? And then you probably want to try this. Is this still valid? I think so. This is 2 times 3 times 13. So you have 6 times 13. What is 6 times 13? Can you take out your calculator and
78.
Okay, good, 78. Okay, in fact, probably you want to write down more prime numbers. So the next prime number will be 14, no, 15, 16, no. So 17 is the one. So you can actually test 17 as well. So 2 times 3 times 17. Is it within the less than 100? 6 times 17? Oh, it's over. It's
100.
Yeah, so it's more than 100. So you cannot accept this one. Okay, so that's how you can actually test without missing out one of them. If you do it your way, right, you probably might miss some of the answers. Okay, so the next, let me launch a PowerPoint so they have more space. In fact, I can actually use this. I thought the first one should be challenge 1, right? How come the order of your question is so different from mine? You see, the order should be this one first, right? But anyway, you have done this one first. So like I say, if you are doing for this question less than 100, you should test all these first. In order not to miss out. Okay? In order not to miss out. Then the next step you should test is, since you start with 2, 3, right? You can actually go for the 2 times 5. Okay? So if you have 2 times 5, then you have this, and then you have this, then you have this, and then you have this. And you realize that what you realize here is this. So you realize that 2 times 3 times 5 is already here. So that means this one you should not 2 times 5 times 3. You just arrange them in different order. So you cannot take 2 times 5 times 3 because they are the same. Okay, sorry. Can you see? They are the same.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why you cannot take this one twice. Okay, so you drop this one. Okay, then 2 times 5 times 7, then probably you can get the answer. And then 2 times 5 times 11 is over already, so you cannot take this. So that's why you just accept 2 times 5 times 7. Okay, then of course you continue. So you start with 2 times 3 at the start, and then 2 times 5 next, and then of course next will be 2 times 7, right? And then you test 3, 5, 7, and then what? 11, then of course 13. So you realize just 2 times 7, 2 times 7. Okay, this one cannot because you have written 7 twice. 2 times 7, 2 times 7. So you just test. 2 times 7 times 3 is one of this, right? 2 times 3 times, so it's the same thing. So you don't count it twice. So that you have to remove it. 2 times 7 times 5 is the same as above here. Can you see? Okay, so you cannot count it twice. So you just drop this. And 2 times 7, 7 cannot. 2 times 7 times 11 cannot. Because 14 times 11 over already. So done. So these are the possibilities. So you have 5 possibilities. Okay? How come they say 4 possibilities? Which I mean, I can find 5.
Teacher. My PDF starts from prime factorization challenges 1. Challenge
okay.
8.
It's okay. So it's okay. So just do from here then. But anyway, I'm talking about I don't know how come the question says there are 4 possibilities, but somehow I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Did I miss out anything? No, right?
No.
Yeah. So in fact, there are 5 possibilities. Okay. They also miss out. Okay. So do you know the way to do this question without missing out any one of them? Okay, so you need to test like this. All right, so 5 possibilities, they are all here. Okay, so we are done with this challenge. Next, I am the product of just one prime factor raised to the 3rd power. So what it means is, so basically you write down, like I say, you write down the first few prime numbers. Okay, so you just raise it to the power of 3 because over is third power. So I'm less than 200 but greater than 10. So this is 8. So you just write down all answers. Okay, so help me out. 7 to the power of 3.
Uh,
7 to the power of 3.
343.
7 raised to the third power is 343.
Okay, 443. Okay, given by series. So 11 to the power of 3 is definitely more than more than 200 already. So I don't need to go. I mean, I stop here already because they want less than 200. Okay, so probably these are the answers, but greater than 10. So I need to ignore this as well. So I need to delete this. Then I just pick these two. Okay. Over here, they say there are 3 possibilities. Then how come I have? Did I miss out anything?
No.
Then how come they say there are 3 possibilities?
I don't know. I can't find a 312.
You also
The third
don't.
one.
You also cannot find the third one, right? So over here,
Yeah.
yeah, something is not right about this. So basically, the is this a lizard? So the comments put forward by the lizard is not right. So please ignore it. Okay. Over here.
Can we make the lizard extinct?
Yeah, please. Please.
Okay.
Let me just. So how do I do it? Okay, let me black out. Just ignore it. Okay, you do a much better job by giving it white color. All right. So yeah. So this is the way. Next, challenge C. Oh, sorry. I am the product of 2 different prime numbers. So let me just list down the first few prime numbers. Both of my factors have an exponent of 2. So both of my factors have an exponent of 2. I am less than 200. I'm the product of 2 different prime factors. Both of my factors have an exponent. So how do you do this question?
I wrote 36, 100, and 196.
Okay, let me look at your work. You are doing challenge C, right? So it's 3600 and 196. Okay, let's look at it. 36. Okay, I'm sorry. 100, 196. Okay, these are your answers. Okay, so I am the product of 2 different prime factors. So 2 different prime factors. Okay. Okay. One possibility, 2 times 3. Then of course 2 times 5, 2 times 7, 2 times 11, and of course 2 times 13. Okay. And then of course you go ahead. And both of my factors, right, have an exponent 2. So you see, both of my factors have an exponent of 2. Okay. What's your understanding of this exponent of 2? I think we have not talked about exponent of 2, right? Yet, right?
Yeah, I just did this.
Okay, good. This is called exponent of 2. What this means is something to the power of 2. Okay? Something to the power of 2. Then in that case, it won't be. So over here, you don't see anything to the power of 2, right? Because once you have power of 2, that is not 2 different prime number. It's not prime number already. Okay, so let's say if I like get this out, right? So it'd be 2 times 18, and then 2 times 2, so it's 2 square times 3 square. Yeah. So I'm the product of 2 different prime numbers. You see, that's the thing. So 2 different prime factors. So this is not 2 different prime factors already. Or probably they want to ask you in this manner. It really depends how you understand this question. Probably they want you to do this, fill it up here. Okay, so how you fill it up is you have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and then 13. So you just put it in. So 2, 3, and then this is one of the answers. Then after that, continue. So you test 2, 3 already, you test 2, 5. Okay, and it must be less than 200, right? The answer, I mean, the question is, it must be less than 200. Yeah. So you continue. 2, 7. Does it work? So 4 times 49. 4 times 49.
The answer is 196.
All right, so 196. So this is the max already. Okay, so this is 4, and then, yeah. So your answer is correct. So this is 9, and this is 36. All right, so it's 3600. Yeah. All right.
So this finally got something correct.
Yeah. So this is how you look at the question. And that's also the meaning of exponent of 2. Exponent of 2, that means you raise it to the power of 2. Okay, next. Okay, we'll come to here. So in a tuition, let me just get your answer to this. Okay, so this is also one thing I like. If you do it with your Apple Pencil, or if you do it on a PDF, so you don't have to copy the questions, and I just need to. You see, now you don't have the question, right? You only have the answers here, right? So it's kind of like it's okay, but I have to flip back and forth. But now let me just put this to the left, and then this will be to my right. So I split my screen. Okay, I split my screen. All right, so I should be looking at what COVID question? I don't know. Are you talking about a pizza question? Okay, good. So you see, that's the way I want you to improve. If you have an Apple Pencil, right? Why not you are using an Apple Pencil?
Because I don't know where the iPad is.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
It hasn't been seen for 1 month because my dad confiscated it from my brother.
Oh, all right.
I'm also not allowed to use it.
Okay, never mind. So it's okay. Just do it like you are doing here on a piece of paper. So pizza question. So next time you can actually do much better by just highlight. So this is the question, so that I know, okay, like this is the question, and then this is the question. So I know that, oh, you underline the question. So basically all these are answers. Okay, so it's much clearer. All right, just underline the question. Okay, pizza question. The answer is 24. Let me see. So you have 8 and you have 12. And then you have given a pizza. So you just want to know whether 8 boys turn up or 12 girls turn up. Then somehow you still can what? You still can have distributed the pizzas equally without leftover. So let's see. So you have 8, and then you have 12. So I write down 2 to the power of 3, which is the prime factorization of 8. And then this is 2 to the power of 2 times 3. Yes. So Over here, I don't know. Okay, so I just find out the HCF and LCM. Let me find out both. So for the HCF is, so I choose the shed, and then I choose the lowest power. So this will give me 4 for HCF. LCM will be available prime numbers, and then choose the highest power. So this will be 24. Yeah, so 24 is the answer. Okay, so you should cut the pizza into 24 pieces. So 8 boys turn up, then you get, if 8 boys turn up on the last day, so it will be 3 pieces per boy. If 12 girls turn up, it will be 2 pieces per girl. Okay, so either number turns up, and you still can distribute the pizza equally. All right. Okay, you don't know about this question, the pandemic thing? What
I
you
don't
know?
understand.
The maximum number of customers X allowed into the restaurant A is at most 20. So what is the meaning of at most 20? And then you have to fill in, you see, use an expression to represent this statement. So that means what you need to do is you need to use a, over here, focus on this. You need to use a expression to represent this statement. So basically is X something 20. So you need to fill in the blank by using smaller, bigger, smaller equal, bigger equal. So which one you think is the right answer?
Oh, okay.
And
This one.
20. Yeah, you can circle it. You can circle the answer. Smaller? Yeah, very good. Because the restaurant says,
Smaller and equal to.
is there equal?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, smaller and equal. Because it says it can accept at most 20. So 20 is included. At most 20 means 20 is included. Okay, but not more than. So that's why you use less than. So this is an expression to represent a statement. All right. So what I'm trying to show you here is instead of writing this much, okay, in words, okay, if you understand mathematics, this is a very simple way for you to so-called distill the entire statement here into a simple representation. Okay. So if you have X, let's say if you have here S what 20, at least 20. Yeah, so at least 20 means 20 is included also. So when 20 is included, you need an equal sign. Okay, the way to write is this. Okay, you need to follow the angle. Okay, you cannot do it like this. You can also not. I mean, you can't write it on top also. Okay, so you just write the bigger sign and then follow. All right, and you cannot do it like this also. This one is wrong. This one is also wrong. Okay, but due to the limitations on my computer, so I think you cannot key in this in your computer. Can you? Can you key this in your computer? You cannot, right? Because you can only key in this. If I'm not wrong.
You can key in symbols.
Can you key in? Or you show me?
Wait.
I can key in. This is what I can key in using my computer. Yeah.
Let me try.
Please try. Oh yeah, I can.
I also can.
Okay, okay. Tell me which key you press to have this one.
Emoji.
Emoji. Oh, okay. So which key? Which key you you press to have this?
Wait, let me see.
I think I also can key in the smaller and equal. Sorry, wrong. Press one. Oh yeah, I also can get this using my computer.
Which keyway?
Okay. So this is smaller and equal. This is bigger and equal. Okay, let me tell you which key you press. You go and search for the alternate key plus the smaller sign key.
Alternate plus smaller sign.
Press them together. Can or not? Can, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is the trick. Okay. So you know what's the meaning of alternate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I realize is, so I don't know what is, okay. Let's say you are talking about alternate D. Basically, D is the letter you get from the, so D is the letter you get from the key, but if you press alternate D, right, that means they will show you other than D. What else is inside the button D? Let me see. Oh, I learned something today. Yeah, I get this sign. So basically, they give you some alternate symbol. So alternate F, you see, alternate H. Okay, you can play with it on your own. All right. I'm not going to show you further. All right, but good that we know how to key smaller and equal and then bigger and equal. Okay. All right. Next. So at the same time, I have answered this question also, the science tuition. Let's get back to the question. Good. So same thing. Instead of writing down so much, right, in English, okay, you could have used a simple expression here. Okay, so at least 20. So that means it need to be more than 20. Okay, in another word. All right, so simple mathematical representation to replace this much of these many words. Okay, so that's the beauty of learning mathematics. Okay, especially now you have learned this simple. Okay, in the past, I'm not sure if you have learned this too, but now you have already learned this. So you have more symbols for you to play with. Okay, next. S is among the following numbers, 10, 11, In addition, S is an even number. S is also not more than 15. So, did you do this question? No, right?
Which one?
Nah, here. Is this part of the question? Let me see.
Wait. I check. Because if I got do
Yeah,
then
it's
I
here.
will. Sorry.
Yeah, after the tuition question is this. It should be this.
Wait.
Mm.
After that question is show your workings clearly.
Cannot be what? Which? So I'm confused. I'm so confused. I don't know which homework you do. You understand me?
I did homework 3. I show you. I share screen. I show you.
Okay. If you do homework 3, then homework 3 should be this one. What? Yeah, the one I'm opening.
My one is after prime factorization challenges 1, and then it's in a tuition class of 8 boys, and then show your workings clearly.
Can you share your screen then? Let me stop sharing. You share your screen. Yeah? Share your PDF. Because it seems to me your PDF is different from my PDF. Okay, go up. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know why already. You are not doing the PDF. Is this a PowerPoint slide?
No, I downloaded it.
Oh, you downloaded it.
Hmm.
But yours look hold on. Yours look similar to mine, but not exactly the same. How come the title is prime factorization riddles?
Because I changed the title. I changed all of the titles.
Oh, then probably you change the title at the same time. You also delete some of the pages. Did you? Okay, so next time you should I mean, next time, whatever it is,
Wait, but
mhm.
I have the HCF 150. I wrote it down over here.
And no, we are not at that question yet. We have that
Okay.
question below here, HCF of 150 and 900. But we should be looking at this first. Okay, let's look at this. So next time, I don't know why you get a different PDF than mine. And then your PDF name is also different from mine. So
Because I changed it.
I will stick to my version of PDF, okay? Your version of PDF, probably you have deleted some pages. But anyway, never mind. From next lesson onwards, my PDF is the final version, okay? Okay, let's look at this. So it says among the following numbers. So can you try this? Can you try this now?
Okay. Can I do it on the screen?
If you can type it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nancy is allowed to use her iPad to yeah, so she can just send me her work using her iPad and Apple Pencil.
I'm allowed to use my phone in class.
Which class? My class or school?
My school.
Are you allowed to use your phone? No, right?
My school allow.
Why?
At least in my class.
Why?
Because PSLE is over, the teacher doesn't care anymore.
So that means you guys can like WhatsApp each other, then or TikTok, and then basically watch YouTube.
Yeah.
In
No,
your
not your what YouTube. We can use we can do Kahoot with it.
okay.
We can WhatsApp each other with it, but we cannot watch YouTube.
Okay. Then how they know you are watching YouTube?
The teacher is walking around the class. And there's a CCTV at the back of the class.
Oh, okay. All right. But you can hold your phone like this, right? Then cannot see it. You see? Right?
Do you think we're dumb?
Oh, okay.
We know if we do that, the teacher is going to be suspicious, and then she was going to come over here and keep trying to see what we're doing.
All right. You know, last time, right? Okay. They like to like put their head on the table and then look down.
Yeah, and then watch, and then they will put inside the pencil case, and then and then
Yes.
our class they will use the AirPod and do like this, and then listen to the music.
Yeah. Yes.
I know. I have seen.
Okay. That's why you grow your hair very long at the side, right?
No,
it covers your AirPods.
I don't have AirPods.
I mean, if you have whatever pod you have.
I don't have.
You have an earpiece. Last time, your headset. I remember the bulky headset.
Yeah. I bring it to school. The teacher don't like. She say too distracting.
Yeah, lor. You are so odd wearing that. Like outstanding. Oddly outstanding.
Let me mark out all of the possible numbers.
Nice. In fact, this is the strategy. Okay, this is the strategy to do such questions. Yeah.
Possible answers 10, 12, 14, 16.
Nice. All right. So this is the strategy. Okay. Continue with the second question here.
Sure.
Yes.
You know, I win a competition in my school. Instead of giving me a trophy, instead of giving me a medal, they give me this.
What's this?
No. Ice cream.
This is a complimentary. Hey, nice leh. Nice. You get to go out and spend voucher.
Yeah, but it's not. But once you use it, it's completely gone. I like trophy better.
Hold on. What is this voucher? Okay, why you receive this voucher? I didn't catch.
Oh, because I won a competition in my school.
Your art competition, right?
Not art competition. My art competition, they didn't give anything.
Oh, then what competition?
Safety.
Oh, okay, good.
They did a safety quiz worldwide, nationwide.
Wow. How much is the voucher, Swenson?
It is complimentary 1 Swenson's lower sugar ice cream pinta.
Okay lah, like a few dollars. Nice. Nice. If their ice cream is not so bad, okay? Not so bad.
It's very bad. I don't like.
Oh, okay, I don't know. But I like their set meal. Their stick.
Odd number.
Okay, I like their beef stick set.
Okay. I found the possible answers 15, 17, and 19.
Nice. Okay. So in fact, by doing these two questions, right, I expose you to like what are even number or what are integers, you understand? The universe, the mathematics universe, real numbers, rational, irrational, and then what? Whole number, integers and all those. Yeah, very good. Okay, HCF of this, and then of course LCM of this. Okay,
HCF is 150, LCM is 900. The perfect square is square.
Wait, oh, no. They want to know what is the value of K.
What is the smallest integer K such that? K is perfect.
I think
6.
Ooh, how do you know? Test.
There's this thing called a calculator where you can guess and check.
Very good. So, but I want to let you know, if this is a 2 marks question, if your answer is 6, you only get 1 mark. You will
because you need to show the working.
Correct. So how you show your working?
Guess and check.
No, guess and check. You don't get you don't get another mark.
Find the most common factor.
Wrong. So the strategy to do this question is, by the way, this is a very common question. This entire question is a very common question. Okay. If you ever get tested on this HCF and LCM, right, definitely you will get this question. Okay. Either perfect square or perfect cube. Okay. So very common. So let me launch PowerPoint and do it here. You are not allowed to use your iPad. Is it because your parents have some parental control over your iPad or something?
No, because my brother got it confiscated.
By?
He doesn't want to study, so he threw tantrum, and then my dad was like, no iPad, and then I wanted to use it, but then they don't allow.
Okay, got it. So, okay lah. Okay, this is 2 times 75. Then I need to split the 75 to 5 to 15. So I think this is the answer, right? Yes. In fact, you don't have to arrange it from small to biggest. This way of writing your answers is fine. Okay. It doesn't matter if you put. So what I'm trying to say is this. Of course, it's best to arrange them in order. Okay, small to big, and then or big to small. Up to you. But I cannot say that this is wrong. Okay, this is correct as well. Because 2 times 3 or 3 times 2, they are the same thing. Okay, they are the same thing. You just switch place. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So I will just take the second one as the answer because it's easier for me to pick the numbers later on. So for this is 2 times 3 times 5 Okay, and then am I right? Okay, yeah. Let's test it out. 4 times 9 times 25. 4 times 9 times 25.
900.
900.
Okay, all right. You see? So Siri is very smart.
I compete with Siri. I'm faster.
Because you are using a calculator, right?
Siri is also using a calculator.
I don't know, but anyway, I like to use my voice to do things these days. Anyway, you can also use Siri next time. Okay, so you have this prime factorization for 900 and then prime factorization for 150. Oh, by the way, you need to show the working for this HCF and you need to show the working for LCM. So to find out HCF, so must be shared and then lowest power, right?
And then you together.
So shared is 2, 3, 5. Okay, so they share 2, 3, and 5, and then you multiply them together, and then you pick the lowest power. Between 1 and 2, you pick 1. Between 1 and 2, you pick 1. Between 2 and 2, you pick 2.
Pick 2.
Yeah, so this is the answer. And of course, you don't need to leave it in this way because can you still remember 2 to the power 1 times 3 to the power 1 times 5 to the power 2? So this is called index notation.
2 times
Okay.
3.
So over here, they don't ask you to express in index notation. You don't express in index notation. You need to give it as an answer. So it's 150. Okay. Next, for LCM is all prime numbers, all primes. And then the second tip is highest power.
Highest power.
Very simple. So 2, 3, 5. Yeah. You times them
2
together, and then
2
between
times 3, 2
2
times 5, 2 equals to 900.
Yeah, good. So it's 900. Okay. So don't express it in index notation because they never ask you. Okay. You need to give them the final answer. So now you need to use the you need to use the prime factorization here in terms of index notation to do the question below. Okay. So 150 is given by this. So I just write it down. 2 times 3 times 5 to the power 2. And then 900. So 900 is given by this one. So I just write it down. So they say divide by a k, the smallest k, so that is perfect square. So perfect square means it can be square rooted. Okay. So in order to square root this whole thing, right? Let me take this out. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to find a k such that this one can be square rooted. Okay, so what before you do this, right? What you need to do is you need to combine first. So you have 1, 2 here. Okay, you have 2, 2 here. So basically, if you combine them, you get 3, 2. 3, 2 means 2 to the power of 3. So this is gone. So how many 3 you have? You have 1, 3, you have 2, 3, so you have 3, 3. So this is gone. So you have 2, 5, you have 2, 5, so you have 4, 5. So 4, 5 means 5 to the power 4. So you have simplified the above to this one already. Then over k. So in order to be square rooted, right, you need to, so square rooted, you can test. Square root 5 over 4, it can be square rooted. This will give you what? This will give you 25. So this one, you don't need to care. Okay? It can be square rooted. So what you can't square root is this. You cannot square root this one.
So this one cross out.
So you can either add, you can either times a 3 so that you have square root 3 to the power 4, or you can actually divide by a 3 so that you have. So which one you choose? Over here it says divide, right? The k is below, so you cannot times. So that's why you cannot times. So you can divide by a 3. Okay? So over here, again, this one, 2 to the power 3. Okay, you cannot times a 2. So you can divide by a 2 so that you can square root 2 to the power 2. So that's why you times a 2 here. Hold on, let me quickly answer a call. Hey, Steven, yes. Oh, by the way, I just realized it's already 1 o'clock. But anyway, never mind. Let's come back to this. So that's why you get 6, 2 times 3. You understand?
Understand.
Good. So in fact, right, this question, right? So what I'm trying to say is like perfect cube. So let's say if you are given 2 to the power 4, then 3 to the power 3, and then 5 to the power 7. So perfect cube means it can be cube rooted. So in order to be cube rooted, can I ask you, 2 to the power 4, can it be cube rooted? I don't think so, because you have 3 here, you have 4 here. So you cannot. So you need to get rid of a 2. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get rid of 2, so that means your case definitely contains a 2. Can this one be cube rooted? Yes.
Yes.
So do you need to do anything to this? No. So you don't need to do anything to this term. And then what else? 5 to the power 7. What do you think? So you need to divide by a 5. Because once you divide by a 5, can you test for me also? You get 5 to the power 6. Can you cube root this? Can you use your calculator?
25.
Yeah, so you can, right? Yeah, so you need to divide by a 5. Can you see? So you need to divide by a 5 to this. So that's why the smallest k is actually 10. In order to answer this question, perfect cube. So you get it now? Okay, okay. So yeah, so since we have already have our first half of the lesson, so we take a 5-minute break and we come back for the second half.
Adios.
All right. Yep. See you in 5 minutes. Yeah, hi, I'm back. Let me know when you're back. Okay, yeah, okay. Hi, student, I'm back. Are you there?
Hi, back. I'm Larina.
Nice. You need to turn on your camera. Okay, great. By the way, we need to learn to live with the virus. Okay, so you don't have to wear mask at home. I'm not too sure whether wearing mask it helps. It's getting worse, right?
It's a filter.
Pardon?
It's a filter.
Okay. But anyway, you can go for your vaccination. They have open
I
vaccination.
already finished it.
Oh, okay. They have opened these vaccinations for children 12 and below. All right. So let me share my screen. Oh, one thing I want to share with you is, okay, because of the work I have done previously with my previous students, right? I have a lot of mathematics videos on YouTube, okay? I will say in the range of 100 plus. So I have other students from Sec 2, Sec 3, Sec 4. So I asked them to watch my videos during this holiday at their free time, at their own pace. And then when school reopens, so they would have learned so much more before school reopens. So they will be a few steps ahead. Okay, so those are free resources. So they can go and watch the materials and at their own pace. All right, so some of them, they have started learning on their own, and yeah, I see very good progress from them. So what I'm trying to say is, going forward, I think the key to learning is self-learning. Okay, self-learning. You know what's the meaning of self-learning? Like you learn it on your own. All right, that's the best learning. Okay.
It's the best learning.
Yeah, the best learning is self-learning, and you remember it if you learn it on your own. You remember it more if you learn it on your own.
If there's a best learning, then there's a worst learning. What's the worst learning?
You mean this is the worst learning?
No, like you say this is like the best learning, right?
Yeah.
Then what is the worst learning?
Spoon feeding. Like I feed you. I feed you. Oh, you don't want to eat, I still feed you. Okay. Okay. I would say this is one of the worst, not the worst, one of the worst. All right.
I think the worst is pair work, pair learning.
Again, I didn't catch. What learning?
Pair learning.
Pair. P-A-I-R.
Yeah. You
So
learn with your friend.
Oh, that's called group learning. Yeah.
Sometimes you go to different topics.
Group learning.
Learning.
Okay, good learning, of course. I mean, group learning. In fact, you are going to school, and school gives you the environment for group learning. Okay. All right. Okay. We are supposed to look at this. Show your working clearly. Okay, let's look at your work first. Okay, good. Oops. This is wrong. The answer is correct, but the first step is wrong. Do you know why the first step is wrong?
Why?
How can square root 5 square plus 6 square is equal to 5 square plus 6 square? They are not equal. You write equal here, what? Right?
Oh, okay. I understand what you mean.
So if you write these two, they are equal, you are wrong. In fact, what you could have done is this. So you could have done this. So you write the square root. 5 square is 25. 6 square is 36. So you write like this. That's your first step. And of course, you combine these two, and then you get square root 61. And then once you get square root 61, that's the answer, right? Why? Because if you key in square root 61 into your calculator, you are going to get an irrational, you are going to get an indefinite answer. Okay, indefinite. Indefinite means unlimited, endless. So you don't want to express your answer as an indefinite number. So you can actually use this irrational number. So square root 61 is an irrational number. All right. And then for this, okay, 24 is correct. And hey, let me teach you. You can do this another way. You don't have to use a calculator. If you do it another way, let me show you. And this way, this method is related to the method just now. Okay, so you just do it this way. So you ask yourself, this one can be square rooted. This one can be square rooted. So square root 4 to the power of 2 is 4. Square root 6 to the power of 2 is 6. So you just 4 times 6. So it's 24. So this is another way. Oh, by the way, do you understand this? So I I don't need to use calculator to figure out. Okay, so this is method 2. And this question is related to the question just now, right? You remember just now? Something like this. Let's say you have the 3 to the power of 2 and then 5 to the power of 5. And then how do you do this question? The smallest k. So square root 2 to the power of 3, it cannot be square rooted, so you need to divide by a 2. Okay, so therefore your k definitely contains a 2. So 3 to the power of 2, it can be square rooted, so you don't care. So this one, it cannot be square rooted because 5 to the power of 5. So you need to divide by a 5. All right, so you get, so k has a 5. So that's why the smallest k, integer k, is 10. So I make use of the concept here to do this question without using a calculator. Okay, so in fact, if this is a paper 1 question, you are not allowed to use calculator. So when you are not allowed to use calculator, you need to use technique like this. Okay, so you cannot test and you like to use the trial and error. Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
Next, let me go back to the question. Oh, it should be this PDF. Here. So over here, same thing. You're not supposed to write equal because they are not equal. So you need to do this. Okay. So in fact, you can do this. This one is also very simple. Okay. You can also do this and then do this. So square root 4 to the power of 2, you get 4. Square root 3 to the power of 2, you get 3. And now over here is divide. So your answer is 4 over 3. And if you express it in mixed number, is 1 and 1/3. You see? Which one is easier? This one, right? So you can use this method. Okay, then you must be thinking, can this method apply to this kind of question? So just now we play with times, square root times, and then we also do square root divide, and then we can make use of this. Right? We can apply this method. What about this? Can you do it this way? For plus and minus? What do you think? Can you do this?
Wait, let me see. I think so.
Cannot. You know why?
Cannot.
You see, if you use your calculator, right, you will see that they are not equal.
And if you add it together, then if you add it together inside the square root, then
This
it
is
will create
10.
when this.
This is 16 plus 32. 16 plus 32 is
7 point something.
8. So square root 48 is not equal to 10. All right, so cannot. So for plus minus, you cannot. All right. So for plus minus, right, you cannot use this method. For times and divide, you can. All right. Next. So for minus, okay, once again wrong because you must have a square root. So square root negative 11. So you this you continue. What's your answer?
I can't.
Yeah, you can't. So basically, your answer is.
The answer is that.
There is no solution. You key square root negative 11 to your calculator is math error, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So your answer should be there is no solution. Okay. You cannot write this square root negative 11 because what I said what I said last time, you can't square root
negative numbers.
Correct. You cannot square root negative number. Just like you cannot divide a 0. Okay. So 0 can never be the denominator. So your answer for this should be there is no solution. Okay.
Okay.
And for this one, this one is correct. Okay. because this is a irrational number. Oh, by the way, just for your understanding, whatever you learn now, so let's say just now you have this square root 11. So if you use your calculator, it's going to show you an indefinite number. So you just, this is the final answer already. So this is called irrational number. So if you look at the maths universe, right? Okay, what we talked about last time is we have real numbers. And then inside the real numbers, right, we have both rational and then irrational number. So irrational number is square root 11, square root 2. Okay, and in fact, right, just now you have the square root negative 11 or probably 4 over 0, right? All these, right, they fall into the not unreal. Okay, real number, the opposite of real number is called imaginary numbers. So all these are under imaginary numbers. But of course, for your level, right? For your level, your math universe, you only need to care about this side. This side, no need. Okay, you don't need to learn about the imaginary numbers as of now. Okay, but just for your understanding, they exist. Okay, they exist, but you don't have to learn at the moment. You will learn later on. All right. Next, this one is correct because can you see the negative side is outside?
Yeah.
So the negative side is outside. The negative sign is outside, so it's valid. Okay, so this is valid. But inside cannot. Okay, so this is also a irrational number. Okay, negative square root 61 is an irrational number. Next, solve question 2. 180. Let me see. How come it looks so weird? Oh, okay. I'm trying to read this. Okay, the way you present your answer, right? In fact, you can actually do it this way. I'm talking about the presentation. So you just do it vertically, up, down, vertically. So this will get you 144, and this will give you 324. And then you just continue. Just continue doing like this. And then a square is close to square, 180. So a is equal to, oh, by the way, this answer is not completely correct. This is also a common mistake. Do you know why?
No.
Okay. A to the power of 2 equals to 180. Okay. So you can actually test it with your calculator. Okay. A squared is equal to 180, right? Because you are going to get square root 180, and square root 180 is an irrational number. So this is not a very good example to demonstrate to you. Let me choose another number. It's 36. So you can actually test. 6 square is 36. Okay, negative 6 square is also 36. Can you test this in your calculator?
What?
So both give you 36.
Why are they both 36?
You don't know why?
No.
Okay, lo. Very good.
No.
Yeah, I know. They are both 36. Can I ask you, what is the meaning of 6 square? 6 times 6, right? What's the meaning of negative 6 square? With a bracket, With a bracket, Without bracket is like this.
Negative 6 times negative 6.
Correct. So
Because negative plus negative equals to positive.
Correct. So therefore, if you have a square equals to 36, you are supposed to have A equals to plus minus square root 36. So therefore you get plus minus 6 for A. Okay, you don't write it this way, you can also write it like this. 6 or minus 6. So for the question just now, A squared is equal to 180. So you are supposed to plus minus square root 180. You raise hand, yes. What's that? Ask. You raise hand for what? You raise hand and then what?
I didn't know I raised hand. So I was like, what do you mean I raised hand?
You keep raising your hand. What
I
button?
didn't know I raised my hand.
Oh my god, I thought you are very good in this virtual world already. Oh my
god. I just realized why.
Okay, why? Accidentally.
Because just now, right? I didn't know. I kept pressing on Y.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Okay, yeah.
And then I didn't know I was pressing on the alt. So like,
You see? Okay, these days.
没有跟老师吵架。This is how I communicate with everyone.
Yeah, 没有吵架，yeah. No, but you see, these days, right? Your generation is so different from our generation. Okay.
I'm old. I am 老婆婆. I don't know.
Okay, so when we are doing virtual Zoom call, right? You raise your hand, not like you raise your hand, not physically raise your hand. Okay.
I didn't know I had my hand raised.
Correct. I mean, in the virtual world, you raise your hand by pressing a button. Okay, but in real life, you raise hand by doing this. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Okay, so just let your mom know. Don't worry, everything is in control. Okay. Oh, by the way, yes. Come back to the question. You're supposed to get plus minus square root 180, and then of course you can also write it this manner: plus or minus. You cannot simplify it further because these two are irrational numbers. That's why you leave it like this. Okay, so for your question just now, you miss out the negative part. Okay, can? So remember, this is a very common mistake. Anything to power of 2, right? Let's say you get 4, right? So you need to, A is equal to plus minus square root 4. So therefore you get plus 2 or minus 2. Or you can also express it in this manner. Sorry. Okay, this is correct. This is also correct. All right. A square always plus minus. Next. Similarly, so you have 9, then plus b square equals to 64, and then b square equals to 55. Yeah, so you have to plus minus because it's square again. So it's b equals to plus minus square 55. And square 55 is an irrational number, so you just leave it like this. 这题 how come C is so direct? Okay, good. So it's 8, yeah.
Because C is just like this. It's just this.
Yeah, double check. No, they ask for C, not C. You are giving C square. So it's 8. So basically what you do is, so 2 square plus 2 square equal to
8
C.
divided by 2. 8.
Yeah.
Square 8.
Square root 8.
Something.
Yeah, plus minus. Square root 8. That's your C. Remember the plus minus.
Okay.
Okay, and square root 8 is an irrational number. That's why you leave it like this. Okay. All right. So for this question, it's very simple. For this question, I am testing you the concept of LCM. If you realize, okay, like those days, you didn't realize, and somehow you send me a message. When you stop doing all this in this virtual world, you just distracted me a lot by like raising your hand and all this.
I didn't know I raised my hand.
But you send me a message, just the.
I know I.
And your message, the message means nothing. Like hi, yeah. Oh, by the way, let me show you my cube setup. Okay, let me turn my camera around and you can see my setup. Can you see my setup?
No.
Hold on. Oh, I'm gone already. Then what? You can see my setup. What? Hold on. Okay, I need to remove the filter. How to remove? Choose video filter. No filter.
I have a very good question.
Okay, can you see my setup?
Oh,
This is my setup.
not that cute.
Okay, no light. Let me shine the light.
Not that cute, but okay lah.
Oh no, not you haven't seen the real stuff. Can you see the real stuff? This is my mic. This is my mic.
Okay. Joe, you know it's upside down, right?
Never mind. Okay, never mind. Later I just send you a photo and then you will see my setup.
Go read the chat.
I find it very interesting, my setup. Okay, I will show you my setup. Anyway, never mind. Okay, let me back to the blur background. Okay, I'm ready to is Z, how cold is the world? Is A plus C is Z, how cold?
I wanted to write if.
Yeah lah, if A plus C is Z, how cold is the world? A plus C equals to Z, how cold is the world? How cold means temperature wise or like
Temperature.
I don't know what's A plus C like. I don't know the meaning of A plus C.
Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Okay, let's come back to this. Okay, over here, I'm testing you the concept of LCM. So a lot of students, if they never learn LCM, you know what they do, right? So they times 27 here. And then for this, they times 3. And you are not, I mean, you can do this, but you don't need to do this if you have learned the concept of LCM, because you know that, okay? You know that you don't have to do it for the between 3 and 27, right? The LCM is 27. So what you do is you times 9. And then for the second fraction, you don't need to do anything, right? So you have 63. That's how you show your working clearly. Okay. And of course, you use your calculator to help you out to get the mixed number. Okay. I leave it to you. Okay. But the concept here is for the second fraction, you don't have to convert.
The answer is 2, 11, and 27.
Okay, good. So this is the simplest form. Oh, by the way, yep, like I say, you don't have to change for the second fraction because 27 is the LCM between 3 and 27. So you just have to multiply the 3 by 9. Okay. So similarly for this question, between 15 and 3, the LCM is 15. So that means for the first fraction, you don't need to do anything. Oh, by the way, over here is minus. So just times 5 for the second fraction, both top and bottom. So you end up with this. Okay, so it's minus 31 and then 15, and then you use your calculator. Yeah. So that's the final answer. Okay, so you can keep doing all this. Okay, but I think you should be able to do all these questions without any problem because I'm testing you LCM in this case only. All right. Okay. So I don't want to go through this with you. Next, this one we have done this before. What you do, just sub in all the values. So you have minus b. So b in this case is minus 1 already. So that means you need to put minus 1 into this, and then plus minus, and then of course you have the b is minus 1. So you just change your b to minus 1. Okay, with the bracket. Then a is 1 times c is minus 2. And then you continue 2 times a is 1. Yeah, good. So you just simplify this. So if you simplify this, you realize you get minus 1 is 1, plus minus 1 minus 1 times minus 1 is 1, minus, So this will give you -4 times -2 plus 8. Then 2 times 1 is 2. Continue. So this one you will get 1 plus minus square root 9 over 2. So 1 plus square root. So square root 9 equals to 3. So it's 1 plus minus 3 over 2. So if you continue, you will get 1 plus 3 over 2 or 1 minus 3 over 2. So you get 4 divided by 2 equals to 2, or minus 2 divided by 2 is -1. So the two answers are this. You get 2 and -1. Let me see. Do you know why you are wrong here?
Why?
Because your C is wrong. And then your B is also wrong.
Huh? Isn't it supposed to be 1?
B is -1. Okay, so how you do this question is this.
What is -1?
Good. Let's look at the question again. In fact, this is a very common mistake. In fact, when students they go to Sec 1, they face a lot of problems because of all this complicated stuff. Okay, this is part of algebra, but much more complicated algebra. Let me get this out and launch it in PowerPoint. Oh yeah, I showed you my PowerPoint, right? Did you check it out?
No.
The music one, eh?
Yeah, I didn't. I was too lazy to. Anyways, my science project, the teacher said too long.
Yeah lah, so you need to make it shorter and make it more entertaining. Okay, so if you look at this, right, can you see that is B equals to -1? Hello?
Yeah.
So if B is -1, right, what you need to do is you need to replace B with -1. So you replace
So
the
what
B.
is -1?
Later on first. Okay, I sub in the -1 first. So the B is gone. So this one, bracket, -1, right? And then the A is 1, okay, good, times, then the C is -2, can you see? So it's times -2. Okay, so A is 1. Okay, so let me tidy it up so that you can look at it. Okay, good. If you press your calculator, -1, I think you get 1.
-1 is 1.
Because just now what you say, minus, you get plus.
Okay.
Yeah, plus, you get plus. Plus minus, you get minus. Minus plus, you get minus. I hope you still remember this. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why for this one, you make a mistake at 2 places. Okay? Number 1, you make a mistake. You make a mistake here. So you are supposed to key in -1 here. So you are supposed to have -1 here, not 1. That's your first mistake. And then the second mistake, C is supposed to be -2. Okay? So you make a mistake, first mistake, and then second mistake. Therefore, you get math error. And by the way, you make a third mistake. Can you see you did not write the minus here? There is a minus here. You did not consider the minus sign. So
yeah, but you say I can use both minus or plus.
Okay, when you write plus minus in between, right, that means you need to do for both. So what I'm trying to say is this. Let's say if you have a question, they say 2 plus minus 3, right? In fact, they combine the two expression into one expression. So you need to do this separately. So you have 2 answers. Okay, this is the meaning. This is the meaning. The meaning of this, right, is this. You combine these two into one expression. This is called an expression. Okay? But we are just lazy to write 2 while we can just write 1. This is a very neat and simplified expression. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you make 3 mistakes. Okay. The first is the -1, and then the second place is the -2, and then of course the third one is the plus minus sign. All right. It's okay. It takes time to get used to all this. So just make mistakes along the way, and then correct your mistakes along the way, and then when it comes to exam, then you should be all good. Okay, number line, very simple. So let me get your answer out so that let me do it here. So this is the question, and let me get your answer. Put your answer side by side. So we can compare. By the way, this question should be quite easy lah, huh? Just okay. So from so this is the left side. Of course, this is the right side, and then the left side is a small to big. Okay, so the biggest number among all these, right, is 5. So I should see 5 here. Very good. And then the second biggest is 3.33. Okay. Yeah. Here. Oh, 3.5 also. Yeah. Good. And then this one done. This one done. This one done. So 2 is done. Very good. Then 3/9. Good. And then -1, -1.5. Huh? How can -1.5 here? -1.5 should be here. A lot of students make this mistake. -1.5 is actually smaller than -1. Do you know why?
Because it is 1.5.
Okay, what's the meaning of negative numbers? So
that means numbers below. Wait, let me check.
oh yeah, okay, makes sense.
Let me check the note.
Where do you get the notes from? You are attending a lesson outside?
Negative numbers is negative numbers are numbers below 0.
Yeah. So where you get this definition from?
Your lesson
My lesson?
Yeah.
Okay, but never mind about it. So your definition is very very prosaic.
What?
Very dry and boring. Okay, it tells me nothing.
Okay, then what is it?
It tells me nothing. Okay, the definition. Okay,
It's the numbers below 0.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, what is the real meaning of -2 in real life? Okay, in real life, let me give you an example. I lost $2. So I use -2 to represent I lost $2. Okay, I gave away $10. So the expression for this statement is -10. So that's the meaning of this negative numbers. Okay, so like I say, when we learn about mathematics, okay, so now you have more tools to represent a statement. Okay, so when you have -0.5 and when you have -1, right? So let's say you start with $2. $2 is starting. Okay, so when you start with $2, then -1.5 and -1, right? This one you lose more. So this one you lose less. So when you lose more, if you lose 1.5, you lose less if you lose $1. So in fact, the bigger number in this case is -1. Okay? So in fact, right? Like you say, in fact, if you write down this number line, 0 is here. This is the positive region, 1, 2, 3. And this is the negative region. So the left side of the 0 side, right, is the negative region. The right side of the 0 side is the positive region. So you will get -1, then of course -2 and -3. And you realize like -1.5 is actually in between here. Okay, so therefore you should write the -1.5 in between this instead of here. Here is -0.5. Okay, this is -0.5. Okay, so you make a careless mistake here. This is supposed to -0.5 instead of negative.
Okay.
All right. Next. This one, just look at this. Okay, -3, -2, -1, and 0. Okay, one thing I want to. Okay, yeah, over here is good. 9/8 is 1.125. Okay, it's bigger than 1.1. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, for this, you're supposed to use round. You need to round off, right? Okay, let me see the question.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, you haven't done this. Okay. But never mind. Let's come to this. One significant figure. So one significant figure. So this is your first significant figure. Then this is your.
I don't understand what significant figure means.
Okay, for one significant figure, okay, you need to find out the first significant figure.
What does significant figure mean?
Oh, it's a technique to estimate. Okay, by the way, when you use 2 decimal places, or when you use one significant figure or 2 significant figure, right? All these, they don't mean anything. They don't mean anything, but it is a way for you to estimate. Okay? And get the answer fast. Get the answer fast. Okay? It's a way to estimate and get the answer fast. Let me tell you why you want to get the answer fast. Okay. What is the number of deaths? COVID deaths as of now in the world? Any idea?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
1 billion.
1 billion? How many zero?
190.
Okay, billion is 90, million is 6. Okay, so your estimate is wrong. Okay.
Why?
In fact, the number of deaths is about 5 million worldwide right now.
Oh, I thought half.
What is the number of deaths on? Okay.
Here's what I found.
What is the number of COVID-19 deaths as of now?
Here's what I found.
Can you see here? Okay, let me go to it. Start new research. Okay, it's here. They are giving me. Okay. They are not giving me.
This is very inaccurate for some reason.
Then I just.
COVID-19 death. So what? So, do you know what happened at the Travis Scott the concert thing?
Yep, I read that the actual world concert, right? Yeah, over here. Can you see? Total deaths is this number, about 5 million. You see, okay, let me just get this number out. Then you will get an idea why you need to learn this what 2 decimal places or significant figure already. Okay, this is the total number of deaths related to COVID-19 as of now. So it's 5 million something. Okay, so like I say, it's about 5 million, right? Okay, so what do you think? Do you think this is the most accurate answer? I don't think so, because imagine, how can you capture every single death from every country?
5.1 million.
No, I'm not talking about even 5.1 million. I'm talking about, how do you know this number is the most accurate? Who says this is the most accurate?
Nobody.
Okay, this is, by the way, this one is an estimate already.
Estimate.
Yeah, this is estimate. Do you know why? How can you capture like so fast all over the world? Okay, you know, some of the countries, they might not want to cooperate with you. Let's say you go to Russia, you ask them for the number of deaths. They might not want to tell you. Or you go to
What you say Russia, not any other country?
No, in fact, I'm going to give you another example. Let's say you go to USA. Maybe USA, they say, oh, sorry, I overestimate my death number, so I should revise my numbers. Or you go to Singapore. Singapore say we are still so verifying our numbers. Or verifying. Okay?
Counting.
So counting, yes, of course. Because some are on their way. Okay? So that's why I say this one is an estimate. So when you look at this estimate, 5104609, wow, it's so hard to remember. Okay, but so for the sake of all this, so let's have a good number. So like I say, 5 million is a good number to remember, right? So that's why you want to estimate. So that's why there are some ways you need. That's why I want to use one significant figure to estimate. Why? Then I can ignore the rest. So if I use one significant figure for this example, so for this number, it's already an estimate. I use Russia. You say why use Russia? I use China. Then you ask me why I use China. So any country I use, you are going to say something. But anyway, never mind.
Why you use Singapore? Why you use USA?
So use one significant figure. Okay, so it's a good way for you to have a sense. Also, just have a sense. Have a sense means you want to have some idea, not totally clueless. Like you say 1 billion, which is wrong. You overestimate. You overestimate by so much.
5 million.
Never mind about it. So why we use one significant figure or why we use 2 decimal places is for us to have an estimate. Okay, so you use one significant figure for this number. So what you need to do is you need to find out the first non-zero number is the first significant figure. Remember this. The first non-zero number is the first significant figure. How come you turn off your camera?
Wait, I did. Okay, wait. Give me a minute. I didn't know I turned off my camera.
Oh, never mind. So you just have to remember to use one significant figure. You need to find out the first non-zero number is the first significant figure. So use one significant figure. So the first non-zero is 5 non-zero. Yes. So it's non-zero. This is my first significant figure. So they want one significant figure. So one significant figure. Then you after the first significant figure, you draw a line. Then you ask yourself whether do you need to add 1 for the first number or you don't need to add 1 in this case?
Need.
1 The second is 1
Don't need.
So no need. So no need, that means your 5 is 5 because never add Then the rest you just put 0.
0.
So you have how many? 3, and then you have 3. Yeah. So this is called use one significant figure to estimate this number. So the answer is 5 million. If you use one significant figure. Let's take a look if you use two significant figures. Okay, same answer. So for this, so same thing, the first non-zero number is the first significant figure. Okay, so this is my first significant figure. So 1 is my second significant figure. So they say use two significant figure. So after the second significant, I draw a line. And then I ask myself, do I need to add 1 to the second significant figure? Look at this. It's 0. Do you add 1 to the second number? Do you round up or round down?
Round down.
Round down. So 5 is 5. So since you round down, so 1 you will get 1. Then the rest you just replace by
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
So you replace by 5 0 because you have five digits here. So you use two significant figure, your answer is this. You use one significant figure, your answer is 5 million. So let's continue. Let's do for. So let's say I have 3 significant figures. Use. So it's just a technique for you to. It's a way for you to estimate. Okay. So if I use 3 significant figure, the number one thing I need to do is this is my first significant figure. It must be non-zero. Then this is second, and then this is my third. Okay. After the third one, I'm going to draw a line. So round up or down? This one
Round
is
down.
Round down.
down.
So that means when you round down, that means you don't need to do anything to the third significant figure, which is 0 here. So you just write down 5 1 0, and then the rest you just replace by 0. So behind you have 4 digits, so you replace by 4 zeros. So if you use 3 significant figure, your answer is this one. Does it make sense to you now? So in fact, if you look at the question 30, let me get it out. So you need to do for all the numbers before you can figure out the answer. Okay, so let me just move it aside. Okay, so you need to do for all of them. 4.65, 1 2 3 4, 0.0983, and then 1 2 3. Okay, so use one significant figure. So this is my first significant figure. I draw a line. This is my first significant figure. I draw a line. So first significant figure, this is 0. No, not my first significant figure. This is 0. No, this is not my first significant. So the first significant figure is here for this number. So I draw a line. So this is my first significant figure for 1 2 3. So I draw a line. Okay. Now ask yourself. For this one, you round up or you round down? 6.
Round up.
Round up. So 4 becomes 5. So there is a decimal point here. You put a decimal point. So the behind one, you replace by 0. So 4.65 becomes 5.00. Okay. And in fact, you don't have to write 00 behind. Next, look at the 2. Round up or round down?
Round down.
Yes, round down. So that means you do nothing. Just 1 is 1, and then after that you replace.
One round down,
so
and
1,000.
this one round up, and then this one round down.
This one is round up, right? This is 8. So once you round up, so you have 1 here already. So you will get 0.10. And by the way, 0.10, the 0 is not needed after the 1. So the answer is 0.1 here. And then for this one is a round down. So it's 100, so it's 100. Okay, so with this, you can estimate this answer already very fast. So it's 5,000. And then of course you get This one you get 10. So it's 500. So you can quickly have an answer, estimate the answer for this. Can you use your calculator and key this in and see what answer you get? See if it's close.
It's error. It's
Not
math
be lah.
error.
Cannot be leh. I can even use my iPhone, which is not a calculator, to calculate 4.65 times 1234, then divide by
500.
huh?
500.
No, your answer is how much?
My answer is my original answer.
No lah, I'm talking about this
Math
one
error.
the real one not the estimate one.
Yeah, the one that's not estimate is math error. Wait.
不可能啊
474.58.
474.58, right?
Hmm.
Can you see 474.58 compared to 500? Okay,
Yeah,
I mean
but
20 plus difference. But you save so much time. All right, you save so much time by doing the estimation. Okay. So for the next two questions, right, you use two significant figure. So okay lah. So 4.65. So 0.1234. Then you write basically you write down these numbers first, and then you do two significant figure. So this is your first, then this is your second, and then you draw a line. This is not my first, this is my first, then this is my second, I draw a line. This is not my first, this is not my first, because the first significant is not 0. So 0 is not my first, so I cross. This is my first, this is my second, I draw a line. So this is my first, this is my second, I draw a line. Okay, good. So this one, round up or round down? 5, round up. So round up here. So it's 4.6, round up 4.7. This one, 0.12. So I look at the 3. 3 round down, so it's 0.12. Next, this one and this one, 3. Round up or round down? Round down, 0.09. Then next, 1. Round up or round down? Round down, so it's 12. So you just do this, 4.7 times 0.12, then 0.098 times 12. Can you see? So you can actually use your calculator compared to keying all this into the calculator, right? This one is much simpler. So in fact, right, you use two significant figure. One significant figure is for you to approximate. Okay, is for you to have a sense of the number. Okay, instead of keying this in, it wastes you so much time. It's just like I ask you how many COVID-19 related deaths in the world right now. Okay, do you want to tell me 5,100,000 and 6,000 and you know, it doesn't make sense, right? So you just tell me, oh, one significant figure, 5 million. Okay, two significant figure, 5 million and 100,000. Okay, you don't want to tell me, oh, it's 500. Okay, where's the number? Okay, this. Okay, so it's 500. It's 5 million and 100,000 and 4,609. Can you even remember? You can't, right?
Cannot.
But if I tell you about, okay, if you use one significant figure, is 5 million. Okay, it makes complete sense to everybody. So that's the reason why we need to learn how to use one significant figure or two decimal places or two significant figure for us to estimate, so that we have some sense. Okay, we don't need the real number, because in fact, I want you to know one thing. Whatever information you receive these days, they are only estimates. Okay, they're only estimates. Okay, you don't take it as, oh, it's a fact. It's just like, okay, how many COVID cases Singapore today?
Sure.
Huh?
What about the Travis Scott concert thing? Is that one also estimate?
Okay. How many deaths from the actual world
There was 8.
event?
There was 8.
Here's what I found.
8
There
people
was
were
8.
killed. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, hold on. They say 8, right?
Mm.
Okay. 8 is as of now. Okay. A lot more are injured, right?
Yeah.
And this injured, they can be in ICU. You know what is ICU, right? Intensive care unit. So that means they might be on their way to hell.
Death.
Yeah, to death, right? So
What do you mean to hell?
okay, whatever. So 8 as of now. So the injured one, you don't know. Some are in ICU, some are at home. Okay, some are, I don't know, recovering in hospital, but somehow they might die. So you take 8. 8 is an estimate. Okay, as of now, you're not sure. So what I'm trying to say is 8 is not the final answer. If you round this 8 up, right, when you can say about 10. You know, 10 is easy for people to remember, right? 10, 100, whole number is always easy for people to remember. Okay, 8 somehow is hard. All right. And by the way, why you want to raise this issue? I'm not a fan of Travis Scott.
I know. I just hear from random celebrities talking about this on YouTube.
Who is Madam whatever?
Not red. Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay.
I hear SSS Sniper Wolf say one. I don't even know.
Okay, never mind about it. I'm not a fan of Travis Scott, and I know I'm not sure if he's the culprit, or I don't know. But anyway, it's a tragedy, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So over here is a 1 decimal places. So you ask me what is the meaning of 2 significant figure, 1 decimal places, or 1 significant figure, right? In fact, they are just ways for you to estimate. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, any other question for me?
No. Bye
Okay,
bye.
if not, we can end the lesson. Before we end the lesson, right? I want to tell you, if you want more practice, in fact, you can actually look at the topic 1.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to make my life harder. Thank you.
So there are many more practice questions related to this topic 1. Oh, by the way, if you look at the syllabus, right? So we have finished topic 1 already.
I know. I saw.
You saw, I know, but do you know that we have yeah, we have completed this portion already. So next week, right, we are going to do this one. 2 by 1, 2 by 2, and 2 by 3. By the way, you only have how many topics? You only have 7, and then this is considered 8, and then this is considered 9, and then 10. Yeah, you have 10 topics for set 1. We have completed the first one already. So 9 more to go. Okay. All right. So yeah, if there's no more question, then yeah, that's it.
Bye bye.
So the next homework will be homework 3 and above, 3A or 4 or 5. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.